Near protocol. As you guys can see, we are now at $1.87 here for Near protocol, which is actually pretty decent. We had a push earlier up to $3 in early June. So we're going to talk about where I think this is going to go next. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Shout out to the member of the channel, Elena, for recommending this video. And if you guys want me to go over your request, become a member of the channel, hit that join button. Only $9.99 per month. I'll go over anything you need me to go over. If not, you'll just have to wait for your request till there's no more member requests. Big shout out to all the members. Let's get into it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None is financial advice again. But what we're seeing right now here with Near Protocol, we're seeing this getting rejected time and time again at this 50-day moving average here on the daily chart, right? We've seen it multiple times get rejected at the 50-day moving average. But eventually, it will probably end up breaking out from there. If you actually look at this daily chart, this right here is what we call bullish divergence, where we get lower lows on the chart and then higher lows on the MACD, right? That's pretty much what we've been going through here. And if you look at this, you know, we have ever since that pump, that is, we have been going for lower lows, right? Because at first we had bearish divergence, which is higher low or higher highs on the chart while simultaneously having lower highs on the MACD. If you look over here, we were getting higher highs on the chart right here for this bearish divergence on the daily, right? We had the bearish divergence, so we got the higher highs on the chart, right? And then eventually we pulled back because the bearish divergence, you know, ended up playing through. Now it's the opposite. The bullish divergence is playing through. I think eventually we're going to end up pushing past this 50-day moving average and eventually up to this $2.28 area. But the real question is, will we end up pulling back a little bit towards this 200-day moving average at $1.60? Or will we just go up here to $2.28 now? That's really what we got to watch out for because, you know, a little bit more selling can come in. But yeah, this is bullish divergence. So eventually we're going to end up breaking out here. The real question, like I mentioned before, are we pulling back to the 200-day moving average at $1.60 and then breaking out to $2.20 or to $2.30 or $2.28 technically? Or are we just going to go up there now and just, you know, break out now up to $2.28, right? So that's what we got to watch out here on the daily chart for Near protocol. If you look at the percent arc trend exhaustion, it is like literally at the equilibrium place. So it could literally go either way at this point because it's right in the middle at the equilibrium. If it was oversold, we would definitely be going up. It was overbought, we would definitely be going down. But we're right in the middle at the equilibrium spot. So a little hard to tell just by looking at that. So we have to look at other metrics to see where we're going to be going, right? So when you pull up the weekly chart, you can see the same thing, bullish divergence. So there's a common theme here, which is bullish divergence. You're seeing the lower lows on the charts and the higher lows on the MACD, right? When you look at the weekly chart and you go to confirm this, yes, we've been getting lower lows on the chart the whole time, and we've been getting higher lows on the MACD. And we've only just recently switched into bullish buying pressure, right? We've only switched recently into bullish buying pressure for a Near protocol, right? Because right here, this is what we call a falling wedge. Falling wedges are bullish patterns. That's what started the bullishness for Near protocol. And now we're kind of breaking out here. So now we're forming another pattern. As you can see here, again, we have bullish divergence, which again is a bullish sign. So that's why we're pushing. And that's why I'm saying $2.28 could come soon. And this might eventually lead to Near protocol pushing up to $3.50. $3.50 is all the way up here. That's obviously going to take some time, right? I'm not saying that's going to happen overnight. It's definitely not happening overnight. It might take a few months, 1, 2, maybe 3. $3.50 is going to come eventually here though. So you definitely want to be aware of that. Now the percent arc trend exhaustion on the weekly chart is definitely worrying because you don't want to see the short-term trend pushing far past the long-term trend. Every single time you see this, you end up seeing it dump, right? Just like how it happened last time, you ended up seeing it dump. When the short-term trend broke past the long-term trend, it had to come back to meet the long-term trend, and it did. And that's why it dumped so massively like that. So if we do the same thing again, and we start to see this come down and this doesn't go up, then we're going to see a dump in the price, right? We need to see that long-term trend going up with the short-term trend. That's why I'm saying there's a possibility we could pull back to $1.50, well, $1.60 before all this can get started, right? But nonetheless, Near protocol is definitely in a bullish position. On the 4-hour chart, it's oversold on the percent arc trend exhaustion, right? And it's literally just been consolidating, trading sideways for a good little minute, as you can see there. And then you can look at the the MACD on the 4-hour, and the MACD on the 4-hour is just back and forth. It's back and forth, right? It's just literally staying at this equilibrium space right in the middle. So the short-term time frame, the 4-hour, is in consolidation, and what we're looking at right now is this trying to break out even further upwards. But it is looking like we're building a bit of a descending triangle. That's kind of what it looks like to me when I look at this. This is definitely, in my opinion, this is a descending triangle. And when you look at what a descending triangle is, descending triangles are actually bearish patterns, right? They're bearish. That's all I can say. They're bearish, right? So there's mixed signals, right? We're getting bullish signals, but we also have a bearish pattern forming, and we're consolidating on the lower time frames, right? So we got the descending triangle, which is bearish, and then we have the divergence, which on the weekly chart and the daily chart is bullish because it's bullish divergence. But remember, with divergence, you're getting lower lows until that divergence is done, right? So we could get this one last lower low at like $1.50 and then break out, or $1.60, I mean, or we could just do it straight to $1 or $2.28, right? So everything lines up with this analysis. And again, we're waiting to see if it breaks down to $1.60. If not, we should push up to $2.28. If we do break down there, we might still push up to $2.28 and then continue upwards to $3 and eventually $3.50. So Near Protocol is in a good position in my personal opinion. But yeah, this is all I got for you guys today. Definitely hit the like button, subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. Again, shout out to the member of the channel, Elena, for recommending me to go over Near Protocol. Big shout out to her. And if you guys want to as well, go ahead and join the channel, become a member of the channel. And all you got to do is click that join button. Check out the link in the description, and you'll be able to see the Advancify link if you guys want to do DeFi perps trading on the Base platform. Also, check out the link in the description for the Crypto and Options Edge group if you guys want to go ahead and join that as well. Now, this is all I got. Hit the like button, subscribe as always. I'll be back with another video.